Welcome everyone, this is John from Southern Cross Online. Today we're going to be looking at a game called Stardew Valley. For those who might remember an earlier game, Harvest Moon, it's very similar to this game, but it is quite similar, and at the same time Stardew Valley is in its own right is a brilliant game. So let's start a new game and see how we go. We'll just go through some of the steps on how to play the game. So let's click new. Okay, so we start with a character name. Let's put in character name. The name of the farm. What should the name of the farm be? And the favorite thing. Animal preference. I like both animals, the cat and dog. Out of this list, yeah, dog's fine. Shirt, maybe a different shirt. That shirt looks better. One of the new parts to this game is there is actually different types of farms we can have. I have played this game for a while. Before this change came in, this change that we see here. This farm selection panel wasn't in earlier versions of the game. It's come in fairly recently. I'm not sure exactly which patch it came in. However, it is a nice addition to the game. So let's go with standard farm and see how we go with that. So we'll click standard farm. And then we'll go okay. So this is our character. The game is divided into night and day cycles. So we've just woken up on the first day. Up the top right we have there Monday the 1st of the month. Here it's sunny, and I'm pretty sure this indicates the season. I'm not exactly sure of all the season icons. However, as we know, there are 4 seasons. There's spring, summer, autumn and winter. And that's how the year's divided up into. We also have 500 credits. Let's left click on... No, let's right click. There we go, we have... We have parsnip seeds. Excellent. There's our parsnip seeds. The other thing is, this is our time. From about 9 to possibly 5 PM, people will be in their shops if they run a shop. So if we want to buy seeds or anything, or most shop things, we will need to go to the shop before 5 o'clock. On certain days, the shop will be closed anyway. This is how the farm looks to begin with. Lots of rocks and plants everywhere. So we change to this. We pick that up. We can actually do harvest with that. And we need to, with an axe. So down here, the axe is used to chop wood. And then the pickaxe is used to break stones. We also have a scythe. That's fine. A watering can. And a hoe, which is used to dig the soil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 are our main tools. So let's... This is on the very first day. We can change to that if we want. So what we're going to do is we're going to prepare our first garden. Once we've cleared an area of ground, then we need to plough the soil. And how many places we need to plough depends on how many seeds we have, or later on in the game, how much land space we have. At the moment, we need 15 spaces because we have 15 seeds. So we select the seeds, then we plant. A lot of this game revolves around planting seeds and harvesting seeds. That's a lot of big part of the game. It does have other activities that we can do, which are lots of fun. However, the main focus of the game will always be the farming aspect. Whether it's raising chickens later on, or other livestock such as a cow, a pig, a duck. So now we have a watering can. Let's put water on there. Okay, great. So we are watering the crops now. If we need to fill up the watering can, we just go here. We point down to where the water source is. We go next to the water source. We left click on the water source, and then that fills up. It is 2:30 now, 2:40. So let's have a brief look around. In the wild, such as area, not specifically the farm, there is wild crops growing, or wild flowers and herbs. So you can left click on it to pick it up. This is actually quite nice. We have some there. And for each season, there'll be different wild crops. One of the things we need very early on is a backpack. So we're going to have a look and see how much a backpack costs. The other thing is here is to watch out for our energy on the right hand side. If that goes right down to 0, then someone basically has to carry us and we wake up the next morning. So right click to go into the shop, and this is a shop where we can purchase lots of seeds. So there's parsnip seeds and 20 gold coins. Now here is a backpack, but it costs 2,000 gold. So once we get 2,000, we still need to leave some money for seeds. However, be ready to purchase that backpack. There are villages in the town, and each of the villages has a set path where they'll be at certain times of the day or of the week or the season. The villages have a relation indicator that indicates how friendly they are to you. It's, as you can see here, it's based on a 10 heart scale. One of the goals is to establish good relations with each of the villages. If you want to, you can establish relations with every villager. However, it depends. There is villagers who give gifts back to us once we reach a certain heart level. Those gifts that they give back can help us in progressing in the game. Therefore, in relation to the gifts and villages in Stardew Valley, I would suggest that we look up a spreadsheet, find out which gifts each of the villagers love. There's a scale to the gifts that you can give them. They'll either love them, like them, neutral, or they won't like them, along those lines. So if we give them something they love, then our relation with them improves quite a lot. We can also give gifts to villagers on their birthday. Outside Pierre's shop in the town where we just were, the seed shop is Pierre's shop. On the notice board outside, it actually says what the birthdays are of each of the villagers, and if we give them a gift that they love on their birthday, it actually raises our relationship level with them much quicker. Okay, so we'll go to sleep for the night. I'll do that because we are fairly low on energy anyway, and we could possibly have ploughed more land last night. However, that's fine for now. As we can see, here are our parsnips. They look pretty cool, hey? I like the animations, how they change when you move over them, that sort of thing. Quite nice. We do sometimes also get mail, so we right click on them. There we go. It's advertising about the 24 slot backpack. So we will need that, however we have to get more money first. So again, with a watering can, each day we have to water the plants. Now, as we upgrade our tools, we'll actually be able, for example, if we upgrade our watering can, we'll actually be able to water in a straight line a bit more, or in a larger square. I think what we'll do is we'll buy more seed, more parsnip seed, so we can harvest that and get more money, rather than just the 15 seeds that we got now. It opens, oh okay, it's actually open till 9 PM, which is nice. I thought it was normally 9 to 5, however it must be, in this shop it's 9 to 9. So just be aware of that. Exit. And now we can buy parsnip seeds. Okay, great. This will give us a bigger harvest. Rather than just the 15 seeds, in a few days' time, we will get 22 plus 15 harvested parsnips, which we can sell or preserve. Later on, we may look at preserve jars. They're very important. Try and get some. So we'll plough more land. Now, one of the important things in this game is to actually know which seeds to plant in each season. The seasons change, and we can only plant seeds in the season that they're meant to be planted in, and therefore we need to do some research as well into which seeds we should be planting each season, because some vegetables or fruit sell for different amounts of gold. And the game, it's so much fun. It is a lot of fun playing this. Alright, so that's our seeds used up. Even though we only got 60 gold, we'll get more money back. One of the things to note is this is the harvest box. We put items in there in order to sell them. So we've planted all our seeds. We haven't got much gold anyway, so we may as well just go to bed. Go to sleep for the night, yes. And we also don't have much energy. See, our energy bar is full again, and it's 6 o'clock. Okay, today it's raining, and therefore we do not have to use the watering can. Because the ground will be already wet from the rain. So that's nice. Now these plants will take a number of days to actually harvest. So we may as well just go to bed again. Go to sleep for the night, yes. And let's get out of bed and have a look. See that crow flying up there? If the plot of land is too large and there's no scarecrow, then a crow will start taking vegetables. At a later stage we'll probably clear a lot more of this area. See all the trees? We can actually chop down the trees. Just have a quick... There we go, so we get quite a lot of wood from that. Okay, great. So we'll now rest again for the night. Go to sleep for the night, yes. And I'm hoping there's that crow again. Now we can harvest our parsnips. Okay, so I'll put 12 in there. So put 12 parsnips in. Now we need to water this plot again. Go to sleep for the night, yes. Okay, excellent. So we've leveled up. There are different level up sections. There is one called farming, so you can have a look at that. And we do have that scarecrow recipe, so now we can do that, which is nice. We'll click OK, and that's good. See there, 420 gold, so we've made money. Hopefully. Money. Okay, so we've collected 21 parsnips. We can put that all in the bin, into the, I guess, the harvest box. What we could do is we can probably make that scarecrow now. 50 wood, 1 coal, and 20 fibre. So let's go into our crafting screen. Yes, we can make the scarecrow. Let's do that. See, there's the scarecrow. Depends where we want to put it. However, I think there should be fine. And there's our scarecrow. This will stop the crows from eating our crops. In terms of our skills, this is our skills section. See how there's different areas? One is the farming, so we've gone up one skill point and it's given us a new recipe. If we go up in mining, it will give us recipes and very possibly give us recipes. Same with foraging, fishing and combat. When we reach these milestones in the skill tree, then usually we get bonus, like a nice bonus. However, it usually requires us to make a decision. Do we want one or the other? There we go, 787 gold from the parsnips. We have one gold parsnip which is worth 52, and then we have 21 normal parsnips which are worth 735. So then we click OK. Okay, so we get out of bed. You can see we've made a bit of gold there, 1267. It's not enough for the backpack of 2000 gold yet, however, we're getting there gradually. It's also the 7th day for the month. Just be wary that at the 30th, I think it's the 30th of each month in the season, whatever's been planted will wither and basically die. So make sure everything's harvested, don't leave any vegetables, harvested plants there, because it changes season, it will, just wither. If we have restored the greenhouse, which is one of the main quest lines, then we can keep our produce, our plants in there for every season. We can grow anything in any season, but only inside the greenhouse. Okay, so this is one of the cutscenes in the game. It's actually quite nice. It's the town community centre. It's in a state of disrepair at the moment. It's all broken down, essentially. And one of the main quest lines is to actually fix it up. Restoring the town centre, the community centre, relies and revolves around collections. Collecting different items, different vegetables, that sort of thing. I think possibly once this cutscene is finished, we can still walk into the town community centre when it's still in this state of disrepair, and then we start collecting items. And certain parts of the community centre will require certain collections. One might require a collection of different fish, one might require a collection of different summer herbs, vegetables. Now this is really nice, we've leveled up. In terms of the skills, there are several areas of the skills. We actually get recipes as we level up in those areas, and it's quite nice. I like that aspect of the game. What we might do is we might load up another game and see how we go with that. Okay, so as you may have noticed, there's a lot of barrels around in my house. They're actually preserve jars. They can convert fruit and vegetables into jellies. So I normally have a bunch of those preserve jars. Once they're preserved, they actually sell for more than the fruit or vegetables themselves just harvested. Okay, this is my farm. The farm is a nice size, I find, about 300 squares. As you can see, there is a scarecrow there. I have a few scarecrows just to keep the crows away. It's very important to have those medium quality sprinklers. Instead, trying to manually water 300 squares is not... It takes up a lot of time, a lot of energy, and it's not worth it. Now there's that guy's actually the blacksmith guy, that's him. Relationship is that level, that's fine. And here's his house. It's a blacksmith house. We can go in, and this is where we get our tools upgraded. So when you are ready to do that, upgrade one of the tools. You'll need to leave it with him for a few days, so make sure we don't need to use that tool for the next several days if we're gonna give it to him to upgrade, because he'll keep it for a while. When he's finished, then we can go back and pick it up. A few of the important items that we should craft in the game. As we saw before, one of them is a scarecrow. We should have scarecrows in the game. So if we look at crafting, there's our scarecrow. We need that to stop crows from attacking, and it's, as it says there, it has a limited radius of about 8 tiles. So around 8 tiles away we can plant. However, if we have more than 8 tiles away, then we need another scarecrow. The other main item is a chest. We should have enough chests to put all of our stuff into. And it's 50 wood, so 50 wood for each chest. The other very important thing is preserves jar. This, as it says, turns vegetables into pickles and fruit into jam. That's actually quite important. I use that a lot. Another item we should be crafting is charcoal kiln. This actually turns 10 pieces of wood into 1 piece of coal. Now to make it actually requires a gold bar, and to get a gold bar to make this charcoal kiln you have to get a furnace. The furnace turns ore and coal into metal bars. Another one is a quality sprinkler. I usually stick with this one, the sprinkler type. There is a earlier sprinkler here, however I don't bother with it. There is the best sprinkler here, however I don't worry about that because it's very hard to produce. I usually just stick with this middle of the range sprinkler, and what the sprinkler does is it waters all the ground every morning. See how it's got around there? All that ground is wet, we don't have to water it every time. Now here's the greenhouse. The advantage of the greenhouse is that it allows any vegetable or fruit to be grown all year round. It doesn't depend on the season. For example, certain crops can only be planted in one season, and after that season finishes, they finish up. With the greenhouse, we can actually grow that produce all year round. This is quite useful for trees and the fruit from trees, I find. Again, mainly because, for example, peach, one of the villagers loves peach. So I usually try to keep a steady supply of peach ready to give them. To unlock the greenhouse, there is a quest line. And so we need to work out that quest line. To look at the skills, see there, 10. So I've picked artisan goods as they're worth more money. The tiller, geologist. This is essentially the choice that we're given, so we can get one bonus or the other, but we can't get both. However, yeah, that's the skill side of it. We can also raise livestock. So here we have egg with a chicken, a duck feather, and wool. Funny. And you can also get those auto feeders. They help a lot if you can work out how to do them. It's not that difficult, just one of the NPCs has that in here. Yeah, still got the pig. The cow and the goat. That's another nice element that I like. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you all have a great day.